Hey guys, how's it going? It is MrCrayfish and welcome back to Von Heckle Von's Day. And I say that with an accent because today's episode is a little bit spicy. We got some amazing new features in the vehicle mod that you guys are going to love. And one of them in particular is that you can now choose which engine goes into your vehicle when you craft it. So this means you can now actually get a diamond engine in the vehicle legitimately in survival mode. Now, upgrading your vehicles isn't 100% complete, but it will most likely be coming in next week's update, but this is just the start of it. There's also new engine types as well, and you're going to need to get the correct engine now for the vehicle you are crafting in order to craft it. So let's go ahead, let's check this out right now. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Let's head over to my workshop. We no longer go to Cray Industries. That's old school. Who goes to Cray Industries anymore? They haven't been producing any vehicles at all for these past couple of months. Maybe they're working on something. Who knows? Who really knows? Let's take the moped here. Let's head over to my little workstation that we've got over here. And oh, looks like it's already open. Someone must have been here. Where's my off-roader gone? All my vehicles always go missing, but... So let's head into my workshop here, and what we're going to do is open up the workstation, and we're going to see what's different about this. Alright, so maybe you notice it, maybe you don't. Well, we actually have a new item slot here on the GUI, and this here is for the engine. So now when you actually craft vehicles, you'll need to provide an engine in order to actually craft it. As you can see, it's actually highlighted red, which means it's missing. You need to actually have the engine here in order to craft the vehicle. So we can scroll through here. Now, some vehicles don't require an engine, such as the Bath. Now, this will most likely be changed in the future. The Bath probably won't be a craftable vehicle because it's supposed to be an Easter egg when you have the furniture mod installed alongside the vehicle mod. But as you can see, the trailer is clearly a vehicle that doesn't have an engine because a trailer is towed behind a car. So this doesn't actually turn red here, but if we were to go to the next vehicle, such as the sports plane, this does actually require an engine. Now, as I mentioned, there are actually different engine types. So you're going to have to place the correct engine in here in order to craft the sports plane, and it changes depending on the vehicle. So for something like the moped here, it will require a different engine compared to the sports plane, and we're going to take a look at them right now. So let's take a look at these engines right now. So in this chest here, I have the brand new engines. So these are the original ones here, the small engines. You guys already know about that, but we have two new types of engines. We have the large engine and we have the electric engine. Now, obviously, I added this in because we have vehicles in the vehicle mod which are electric, such as the bumper car, the smart car, and I'm going to change it around, but the dune buggy, the kids' dune buggy, is going to be an electric vehicle instead of a motor vehicle. I am in absolute love with the model of the large engine, and we'll take a closer look at it right now. I remember developing this and I was extremely happy with the outcome of this engine because it's really basic. It's a really basic model, but it just works so well. Like it just feels like an aesthetically pleasing model. So if we actually zoom up on this, have a look at that. That's the diamond tiered large engine. All of them look amazing as well. The gold one looks good. We have the stone. We have the wood one, surprisingly looks good, and we also have the iron one, which I actually really like, and it looks the most realistic because it kind of reminds you of like chrome or something at the top of the engine there. But this is the large engine. Let's go ahead, let's take a look at the electric engines now, and as I mentioned, these are going to be used for the it's going to be used for the golf cart, it's going to be used for the smart car, and the dune buggy, and all the electric vehicles in the mod. Let's place this down. So pretty basic engine. This model wasn't supposed to be crazy advanced, but this is basically what an electric engine looks like in a car. Now, as I just mentioned before, you can now select what engine goes into your vehicle. So if you want a diamond engine, you can do that now, and we're going to go through all the kind of crafting and the steps to actually do that right now. So let's take a look at the crafting recipe for the large engine right here. So if we go ahead and we just take a look at that, let's go into this one actually. So here is the crafting recipe for the large engine. We have 3 iron down the bottom, we have 2 pistons on either side, furnace in the middle, redstone block at the top, and then 2 oak wood planks like so. And then to actually go ahead and craft the next tier up, it is very simple, and it's the same as the previous, it's the same as the small engine crafting. All you've got to do is then wrap the engine with the corresponding materials. So to get to the stone engine, you need to get a wooden engine and then surround it with stone. And then to get the iron engine, you simply wrap that with the stone engine with the iron ingots. And then to get the gold engine, you surround the iron large engine with gold ingots. And then finally, to get the diamond, obviously get the gold one and then surround it with diamonds, and that will give you a diamond tier large engine. And the same applies with the electric engine, but a slightly different recipe to craft it. So let's go ahead, let's click on that. So this is how you get the electric engine. We just have 5 iron ingots like this, a redstone block, a piece of redstone dust, and then 2 oak wood planks at the top and bottom there of the right side. Very, very simple. So let's go ahead, let's craft a vehicle now. And what are we going to craft? Let's go ahead, let's craft the moped here. Now the moped requires a small engine, so we're going to go over to here, grab out one of these engines. We'll grab the gold one. I actually really like the gold one. If you don't know, the acceleration on the gold engine is actually better than the diamond. However, the diamond has a better max speed. So now if I go ahead and I pop that engine into there, as you can see, the red is now gone. Now you can actually figure out which engine goes into the vehicle simply by placing the engine into it. As you can see, the large engine doesn't actually work in here, and it will continue to show the red outline. But if you place the small engine in here, it disappears. We'll also get the materials out right now, so we're going to need to grab some black wool. We're also going to need to grab some iron bars. I think we need iron ingots for this. What else are we missing? Iron, oh, we need some of the panels. And I actually did fix up the problem where it wasn't giving you enough panels with the crafting recipe, so you should now get 8 of them. We're also missing some wheels. Let's quickly grab a wheel there. Alright, it looks like we are ready to craft the moped. Oh no, hold up. We're missing a color. We are missing a color. We are not crafting a vehicle without a color. Let's get the cyan. Cyan looks dope. Alrighty. So as you can see, when we put the engine into this slot now, the craft button will actually activate. We're going to be putting a gold tier into this moped, so it should accelerate really fast, and it should have a higher top speed too. And just to make sure that we have all the materials, yep, no materials in the list here. Let's press craft, and there we go, we have the moped. And let's place the vehicle crate down here. Boom! And now we should have a moped that can drive really fast. Oh, yep, definitely accelerating a bit faster here. Yep, this moped is a lot better now with this gold engine in it. Whoa! Woo! Hold up. We need a quick wash here. Quick wash here, guys. This thing's dirty already. Dirty because it's so fast. Alright, let's head back here. Let's craft something else. So we're going to craft a vehicle which has a large engine in it. Maybe we can craft the sports plane. I actually haven't crafted that yet, so it's going to be interesting to do this. Sports plane, what do we need? We're missing 152 iron ingots. Alright, we need glass panes, and we also need some redstone. And we need to give it an engine, so maybe we'll give it the diamond tier engine here. And then we'll also give it a color too. I think we're going to go for a yellow here. How about a yellow? Yes, that looks amazing. Let's go ahead, let's press craft. And now we should have a sports plane which has a diamond tiered engine. And should drive a lot faster too. Should drive. Whoa, look at that. It looks like a banana. It's a banana plane. Let's fly this thing around. Let's see how fast this goes. Because the plane already is a really fast vehicle. But with the diamond tiered engine... Oh wow. We're going 31 blocks per second here, guys. 31 blocks per second. I may or may not have just made an unauthorized landing, but oh well. Let's head back down to my garage here. Perfect, 10 out of 10 landing. So that is the crafting recipe with a large engine, and let's finally craft a vehicle which needs an electric engine. So, bumper car, that sounds like a good one to do. And it looks like we got the materials already. So let's grab out the, maybe we'll do a different one. Let's do the iron tier here. Let's craft that. Oh, we'll also give it a color. Should give it a color. Let's go with blue. Classic blue. I wish the I wish the vehicles would come in the blue again. Let's go ahead, click craft here. Let's grab that. Pop that down. We now have ourselves a bumper car here with an iron tier engine. This thing is significantly faster. Whoa. So this is just the iron tier. What happens if I get a diamond tier? This is like already an extremely fast vehicle just with the iron tier. Let's get the diamond tier going here. Hold up. What does it need? Alright, diamond. Pop that into there. What's going on here? Why is this so fast? Why is this so fast? Alright, pop that down. Boink! Alright, let's see how fast this thing is. Oh. Whoopsie. Whoa, okay. This may or may not be the fastest vehicle in the game. Alright, it's definitely a fast vehicle. Alright, to prove its self-worth. Woo! Yep, it can make it over the crate here. If it can make it over crate here, it's a good vehicle. Now some very subtle changes which have happened to the vehicle mod. And this is actually thanks to somebody who submitted some code to this mod. They actually submitted some code. So thank you to Phylogeny. He's been a big help with this vehicle mod. I think I've mentioned him in a past video. So again, I'll put his link in the description. Go follow him on Twitter. Go give him a little tweet saying thanks for all your hard work, man. But he actually made it so vehicles render like to a proper scale inside of the crate. So when you actually open them up, they won't be glitching outside of the crate before they're even open here. So for instance, the sports plane here, as you can see, it renders inside the vehicle, and this is done 100% automatically. So any sort of vehicle will render perfectly inside of the crate, which I really like. So you won't actually see it from the outside until the crate is open, which is, it's a very slight thing. You probably wouldn't have noticed it, but it's a thing. Alright, now if you're an expert player out there, you can still use commands to upgrade engines. As of right now, there isn't any way to upgrade or remove an engine in survival mode, but if you're using commands, you can still do it. This will obviously be a thing in the future where you can upgrade them in survival mode, but if you're wondering how to actually upgrade these now, because it is a little bit different, all you have to do is kind of the same thing where you do entity data, then just put in a radius, and then now instead of saying engine type, you say engine tier, and then the tier of the engine. So if I want to upgrade the surrounding vehicles here to a diamond engine, all I have to do is type in engine tier, and now we should have a diamond engine on these vehicles. Whoa, this thing is this thing faster? This is the same speed. But one thing as well that is actually a little bit different now, if you actually summon vehicles. So if we were to go ahead and to summon the mini bike, we now have a bit of a problem here. So you'll see that the mini bike doesn't actually have an engine. Now this is just a side effect because you're summoning it through a command. What you'll need to do here is actually go ahead, entity data here. If you want to make it have an engine, you just need to say has engine true, and then you also need to select the engine tier. So you could do 2, and that will give it an engine. Maybe you actually want to get rid of the engine. You could actually go ahead and reverse that and do has engine false, and that will actually get rid of the engine in the vehicle. Now this will mean that there is actually going to be support in the future where you can remove engines from vehicles, but obviously they're not going to be able to run. As you can see, if I try to actually hop onto this mini bike here, it does literally nothing because there's no engine inside of it. So you do need to have an engine in vehicles to drive them. But that is going to end off Von Heckle Von's Day today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. This update is now available, so as always, download link in the description below. Or I'm pretty sure I can put a card up on the screen because it's my website. So you can click the card above if you really wanted to. And if you haven't already, snap the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!